Hey NBA 2K MyLeague fans, I am back with another NBA 2K MyLeague Expansion Series video with those Cincinnati Lions. And in this video, we got highlights of Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Cincinnati Lions and the Indiana Pacers. These are highlights you're not going to want to miss. It goes down to the end. So we'll give you highlights of those. Plus, we're going to get you caught up on the other three series that are going on in the conference semifinals, so you're completely up to speed on what's happening in the playoffs. If you're new to the channel, I'm Coach 2K. You want to learn how to play My League, you're going to want to subscribe and click the bell to get notified whenever I upload anything new, so you won't miss a single NBA 2K video I put out. I got a ton of My League content on my channel, including this series. I'll put a link in the corner to the series, but be sure and check out my entire channel. And be sure and comment, man. I love hearing from you guys. Know what you think about the series. Alright, so let's have a look at what's going on in the Bulls-Bucks series. You can see the Bulls won Game 2 pretty easily, 128-92. Rayshon Oden, 30 points, 14 rebounds. Bishop had 11 steals, man. Bishop was a thief. The Bucks, on the other hand, were led by Neely, who had 18 points. And Marion Wells, 14 points. Not a good enough game. Same for him and Wilt Jones Jr. They got to play better to have a shot at winning any of these games in this series. All right, in Game 2, oh, by the way, the Bulls went up 2-0. In Game 2, the Timberwolves faced the Spurs, and they evened the series at one game apiece with a five-point victory. Looks like Dunn led the Timberwolves, and Wolverines look at 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and Mills led the Spurs, 22 points, 6th man of the year. George Krish had 22, Ron Patterson with 15, and they didn't have enough in the tank to get Game 2 in Minnesota, but they got the split. Now they're going to go back to San Antonio with home court. All right, in the other playoff series out in the West, the best team in the West, the Lakers, with the best record in the league all season, dropped the second game at home to drop 0-2 to the Clippers. I don't know what's going on there. Hot Rod Dupree had 8 points, man, and Lloyd led the Lakers. Look at Jameson had 24, Bell 21, Rice Jr. had 20 and 10. And surprisingly, the Clippers are in control here, going home up 2-0 in the Battle of LA. So this is crazy. Darren Pack had a pretty poor game. But let's look at Hot Rod Dupree here. He's hurt with right thigh cramps, drops him down 7 points overall. And he's day-to-day. But Marion Rodman, 86 rated overall, so they've had some injuries they're dealing with. We'll see if they can come back. They won like 18 straight during the regular season. All right, as we get ready for Game 2, we're having a look at the lineup rotation. Look at all the fire there. 4 of the 5 starters with fire. 2 of the 4 guys coming off the bench sporting some fire as we are ready for Game 2. And what can we say? You want everybody to be on fire. Of course, Donnell Jenks leading the Lions, 36.5 a game. 5.7 assists, a block and a half. And for the Pacers, Byron Dantley, would love to see him in the Lions uniform next year. 25 points a game. The crowd, the gold out in Indiana is there. And we got the same starting lineup. Nobody was tired. I keep expecting somebody to get tired at a crucial point here, and I got to sit them. But we'll do it if we have to here as we get ready to tip off Game 2 in Indiana. And we'll see what we can do here and see if we can take the second game. And Byron Dantley gets the Pacers on board 2-0 early here. And look at Donnell Jenks finding Austin Billups inside for the easy dunk on the pick and roll play. Dantley, man, he is pretty tough, and he played pretty well. But look at the cut to the basket by Donnell Jenks. They were overplaying him. He recognized it, took off to the basket, and he scored. And look at Bo Warwick with the fadeaway from nearly the three-point line as Zing answers on the other end with a slam dunk. Nice play here as Dantley cuts behind the defense. Bayo finds him. And Dantley with the dunk, and he gets fouled by Zhang. And so Dantley's going to go to the line here, see if he can tie it early here in the first quarter at 9 apiece. There he is with the shot. He's going to drop it. So now it's tied at 9-all, and Zhang's going to get it at the top of the key, launch a three, and bury it. 12-9 Lions. Look at that Bulwark inside. Look, they got the rebound too. And look at the big block by Jenks there. And we're going to get out in transition as Zhang finds Eddie Drew, who drew the foul. And Byron Dantley, can't believe they called the foul on him. And Drew's going to go to the line for a couple freebies. Going to drop the first one. See if he can get the second one here to go. Just a little atmosphere we're taking in here. Look at the crowd all in yellow. And he knocks them both down. And there's Byron Dantley attacking Zhang. Look at the defense by Zhang as he played pretty well. I keep thinking I'm going to have to switch Jenks in on him as we find Jenks. Jenks gets it to Drew with the dunk. We got a 7-point lead early. Dantley cutting behind the defense again. This time Bo Warwick found him. And we played poor defense as Bo Warwick gets all the way to the lane with nobody in front of him. And Jenks cuts to the basket. Even with Bayo there, he's able to lay it in. I was a little surprised that Bayo didn't block that shot when I went in there. Didn't expect him to be in there. Pick and roll with Eddie Drew and Jenks. Jenks finds him. And we're up by 7 again, 22-15 here. So we're off to a good start. We've weathered any kind of emotion the team brought with them. And look at Jedovic cutting in, doing the nice right-handed layup there for the lefty. And we're going to take it to the basket. Look at Jonathan Myers. There's nobody playing defense. Good ball rotation there, making the extra pass to the Juker inside. And here they got away from us. Look at the dunk by Bo Warwick. That guy is a monster. He'd be a good pickup too at point guard. We could really use him as Warwick finds Dantley in the corner. Dantley buries it to tie it 24-all with a couple minutes to go in the quarter. And Warwick finds Dantley again. And now the Pacers have the lead. And look at Bo Warwick again there. He missed it, but the Juker gets inside as he's crashing the glass. And we're going inside to Eddie Drew against no, that's Berzins. We know Berzins. He can't guard anybody. And Eddie Drew took advantage of that fact. And there's Boomer on the stilts at the show between quarters as the Lions trail the Pacers by 2 at the break. And we're ready to go to the second quarter here. Little tidbit here. I once played basketball with Boomer down at Market Square Arena years ago. That was a fun moment. As the Juker scores inside, we try and get a 3 on the other end. We miss it, but look at Double O, man. Double O with the offensive rebound. He's got that military background. Every time he does something cool, he's always saluting. And he scores there. Got a chance to convert the N1, which he does. And we got the lead again as Warwick getting isolated on the elbow. And not much of defense played there as he gets in. We find Melly in the corner. He shoots the 3. He misses it. But look at Bonzi Harris. He gets the rebound, throws it out to Jenks. And Jenks hits the 3. Good steal there. Melly gets it out in transition. And look at the wide open Jenks on the other end for the slam dunk. And gave us a 4-point lead. Now we're up by 2 again here. So going to get it inside to Double O, who spins and throws it in. Good job by Double O. He's a nice pickup too. Look at Jenks with the dunk as he crashes inside. Puts us up by 6. And Zhang, I should have pulled up for the 3, but look at the find of Jenks and look at the dunk that he puts down in Dantley's face. Dantley's just like, I want no part of that. I'm getting out of there. And I thought they had Warwick inside from Dantley, but Warwick, known for his post game, going to work inside. And we find Jenks cutting to the basket, little reverse layup. And now we got an 8-point lead here in the second quarter. As you see the highlight there, as he Gets it off the glass on the reverse. Look at Warwick. He's going to pop the three. Notice nobody was guarding him. He got a little bit of space as he completes it. We get it into 0-0 for another dunk. And we're back up by 8 here. Late in the second quarter. Heading to halftime. And look at Dantley. I thought we had him stopped. And he misses it. But he was able to get the rebound. He's working hard down there as he cuts it to 6. And look at Jenks with the layup. No dunk that time. Decided to take it easy there as Jedovic cuts back door and they find him. And he scores. Look at Jenks going in. He dishes it off to Eddie Drew at the last second. And look at Dantley. We get the steal as he shows the ball with the defense, picks it off, and zing, this time he stops for 3, and he gets it. And now we're up by 11 here with a couple minutes to go in the half as Gatson with the fadeaway gets it to fall. And look at another steal as Jonathan Myers gets out in transition with Billups, and he gets it back to Billups, and Billups with authority, the dunk in transition. We're up by 12 here as you look at Dantley scores again, and here on one of our last possessions of the half, look at Zing dropping another 3, gives us a 3-point lead, and that's the way it would stand at the half. 63-50. Jinx with 19, Warwick with 17. Look at that, Jinx got 7 assists in the first half as you get a good look at downtown Indianapolis, home of the Indiana Pacers. And here we're going to start the second half here with a nice slip there by Eddie Drew as he cuts to the basket. The bench is loving it. 15-point lead. And he finds Eddie Drew to get it back to Jinx. He scores. He gets fouled. The coach is heated. He's not standing up, though. I guess he's not that hot. But we got a 17-point lead here. And Jinx can make it 18 with his free throw, which he does. And what a good start here as they're all over Jinx. He gets it to Calvin Hood, who immediately passes it back to Jinx, and Jinx finishes there. I thought we had that covered up. That's a play we can never stop, but we've been able to find a way to stop it thanks to help from one of our subscribers. And Jedovic buries the 3. I should have pulled up for 3 there again. That's the benefit of watching some of this film. But Jinx scores again, and we get another opportunity to get Billups rolling to the basket, and Jinx finds him. And incredibly, we were up 19. Look, Bo Warwick going to work in the post again as Zane can't guard him. He's just too powerful with the dunk. Jinx off that play. I don't know. A lot of times they just don't guard that play. They get out of position. It just depends. I can see the defense. I can read it. I know what's going to happen there. To get it inside to Bo Warwick, cutting baseline. And I couldn't tell who hit that. Oh, but Semi Bayo gets it out to Bo Warwick. Bo Warwick buries another 3 there. And they got it down to 14 here. And another 3, but he missed it. But look at Gatson with the offensive putback dunk. And Jonathan Myers inside gives us that 16-point lead again. And Jedovic, but 0-0 snuffs it. Gets out in transition, gives it back to 0-0 to see what he can do to run the break. And he gives it to Melly, who gets fouled. And look at this Bo Warwick, man. Come on, tee him up, man. He's all over the officials. No technical foul. Bo Warwick just out of control there. Gatson had to hold him back as Melly hits he missed the first one. And he's going to hit the second one. He does. So we're back up by 17 there. Warwick inside finds Berzins. Berzins finishes inside. And he gets fouled. Got a chance to get converted M1 himself. Berzins was always kind of a weak link when I was playing him. But look at the alley-oop to Bo Warwick. What an athletic finish by that guy. Good find, too. As now they're down 12 as Warwick was covered up there. He dishes it off to Barry, and Barry gets it down to a 10-point lead. But look at Bonzi, Harris, cutting to the basket. And then we leave Bo Warwick. Look at him. Another 3 as we left him wide open out in the corner there. Now it's a single-digit play there. Look at Bo Warwick with the hustle as he tipped the ball free, and now we got 4.3 seconds here to get a shot off, taking it out, side out, past the half-court line. And so we're going to go to Jenks here, and Jenks gets the ball, and he's got Berzins in his face, and he just nails it with him right there with him, and gets him with the dunk inside. 10-point game again. Here's the Pacers bench is enjoying the action here. And this is a really sweet looking play here as Eddie Drew with the pick and fade hits the three off the fade, and Gatson inside, but look at Billups. Billups says, not in my house, not down here. I'm going to swat that thing away, as he does do that. And Dantley again scores with a little bit of phantom defense there next to him. But look at Semi Bayo just walking past Austin Billups. And there, get it into Gatson. Gatson scores. And it's a 7-point game here with 10 minutes. And they got, you know what's going to happen here with Warwick isolating on the corner there, exposing how bad our lateral defense is. And look at Dantley. He gets in. He gets fouled. And he scores. He's got a chance here to cut it to 4. And the crowd's getting into it. And a game that we were running away with has now become a lot tighter here as Dantley scores. And now it's a 4-point game. And we're going to get it to Calvin Hood, who's going to find Zhang. And look at Zhang with a two-handed dunk on the baseline. Nice play by Zhang there. That's a manly dunk, too. Good job, Zhang. You see Bryce Kidd find the Juker. The Juker was a little more active this game, and he scores there. It's a 4-point game again, but again, they're not playing any defense. Down the middle as Jenks takes it right by Bryce Kidd. Here's another one. He does it again as the Juker just can't keep up with him, and the Juker's kind of a liability here. Look at Bryce Kidd crashing the glass. Dantley with the three there. This time, I thought the Juker was going to get him, but we were able to get to the basket and get the lead back up to 7 here. Look at Bryce Kidd getting to the lane, and he gets hammered by Drew and by Zhang. Drew gets the foul call. That's his 5th. As Bryce Kidd goes to the line, and a chance here to cut it to 5 if he can knock both these free throws down, which he does. And so with 5 minutes to go, it's a 7-point game. Dantley just pulls up and shoots. And there, look at that. We got Jenks. They're starting to cover up that play a little bit now. And we adjusted and got it to Drew, cutting to the basket. And here, defensive 3 seconds. They're going to give a free point to the Pacers if they can knock down this free throw on the illegal defense call. Byron Dantley does knock it down. Look at Bryce Kidd inside. And I kept thinking he's going to pass it out, but Eddie Drew fouls him. And Eddie Drew fouls out with 4.5 minutes to go. But Kidd misses the first one. Knocks down the second one. 5-point lead there, and then Dantley gets the steal, and he's out into the open court there as Zhang tried everything he could to do without fouling him. And now it's a 3-point game, and Jenks gets to the basket. Look at that dunk with nobody around him. Puts us up by 5 with 2 to go, and Dantley trying to take advantage of Calvin Hood, and Calvin Hood is no match for Dantley. Another play here as, look at Jenks getting to the basket again after the 0-0 sets a nice screen for him. Look at Dantley. He went up there, he floated for a while, he dunked it, and he got fouled. And that made it a 3-point game. He's got a chance to cut it to 1, or cut it to 2, which he does. It's a 2-point game, and then Jedovic steals the pass, and then Dantley misses the dunk, and they get it inside. And they get Dantley another shot at it. This time he hits it, and it's a tie game with 33.9 seconds to go. The crowd is going crazy, and Jonathan Myers sets a really good screen for Donnell Jenks, who takes advantage of it and gives us a 2-point lead with 16.5 seconds here. So let's see what's going to happen. They get it to Jedovic here, and you can tell they're going to go to Byron Dantley and So we're waiting, but look at our poor defense. And Jedovic hangs on to it. He could have threw it out to Dantley. He didn't, and he rims out, and we end up taking game 2, 109 to 107. I can't believe Dantley didn't take the last shot there. I have to put a link in the corner. Dantley burned us with the last second shot earlier in the year. I'll put a link in the corner. I had flashes of that before that possession took place. But great game as we sneak out another win, 109-107. Pretty good game here as we are happy to go back to Cincinnati down Interstate 74 to just play game 3 and have a chance to take a 3-0 lead on the second-seeded team in the Eastern Conference. Look at the stats here. Dantley had 38 points, 4 rebounds, 2 for 4 from 3. Warwick, he had 31. He had a much better shooting game this time. And a little help, but not much. It was basically just those two guys. I can't believe Jedovic took the last shot of the game. Jinx on our side had 47. 5 rebounds, 11 assists, a steal, a block. Drew at 19. Billups 10 and 14. Zing was 3 of 5 from 3. As we sneak away and survive, and now we're up 2-0 on the Pacers. Feeling good about game 3. And Donnell Jinx set a franchise playoff record for the Lions. 47 points is the most ever scored in the playoffs by a Lions. That's one of the greatest things about an expansion team. You get to set all the records. So you can look at the bracket there. So 3 of us are up 2-0 with the split in Minnesota and San Antonio series. There's a game apiece. And the surprise, of course, is the Lions, but the Clippers, that's even more of a surprise. I can't believe they're up 2 games, nothing on the Lakers. All right, well, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Coach 2K. I'll see you on the court in the next video. Thanks for watching, and stay healthy.